What's up, everybody? I'm Chef. I got 35 years in the industry. This is Oleg. He has
25 years in experience.
And this is Mike Spade. He just has a chef code at the moment. Welcome to the Mies Podcast, stories from the dish pit. What's happening, everybody? How was our week? What was going on? Anything special happened this week? No? Really. Anybody do anything? Same boring crap. It's cold up here in New York.
Yeah.
Miserable outside. Now it's 60 degrees. Everybody's got a cold. So what's happening, guys? Nothing new, Spade?
No, same old, same old.
Nothing good?
I heard you guys were having dinner prior to this.
We went out to eat with a friend of ours, and that was quite eventful.
Yeah, so we went out to a diner out here in Brooklyn with our buddy Kane, and not only is he grumpy to begin with, but then just everything just all went downhill. So we usually go to this one place. Like, no, let's go to this one. They've been there for how many years?
100.
100 years. 100 years they've been there. 100 years. So we go. We get there. We sit down. Waiter comes over or whatever. I can get you. I want Kenny. I want 2 soft eggs. I want them cold though. Those come out first. Then I want an English muffin dry English muffin, strawberry jam, and I want eggs. Like an omelet with American cheese and mushrooms. He says, look at me, he goes, what can I get for you? So I have a wrap.
Chicken?
I got a grilled chicken wrap. Now, if you know my controversy with wraps and this whole issue I've been having going on for the past couple of weeks, we've been arguing about do you sear your wraps or not because they fall apart. So anyway, story goes on. Can I get you with the wrap? I don't want fries, I want a salad. The guy picks up the menu and goes, what do you say? I can't give you a salad?
He's like, salad doesn't come as an option.
So I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, so I can get French fries, but I can't get a salad with it. You can't give me lettuce, tomato, onion, a friggin' salad. He's reading the menu. He's like, now we're just awkwardly all sitting there like we do here sometimes when we have that awkward couple of moments of silence. And we're all looking at each other. And I'm like, bro, just lettuce, tomato, fucking cucumbers, whatever you got. Just a salad on the side of the plate. Okay, what are you getting? I'm getting
I ended up getting a Black Forest burger, and that was something else.
For those that don't know, what's a Black Forest burger?
Black Forest burger was a burger with Swiss cheese, sauteed onions, and some ham on top.
Black Forest ham. Right,
Yeah.
Black Forest.
Black Forest ham.
So now, here
Hence
comes...
the name.
I got a matzo ball soup, too. So here comes
You
Kenny's
mean
eggs.
the polenta bowl?
The polenta bowl. It was fucking polenta, 100%. And then they threw it on top of chicken noodle soup. It was really disappointing. So there's nothing worse than going out for a meal, and especially when you're in the business. And again, we talk about it every week, man, being disappointed with your meal. And at one point, we'll get through the story, but at one point you looked at me and you were like, dude, there was no fucks given on any of this.
There was no sear. Like, we all ordered comfort food, and we all got, like...
Uncomfortable.
We were all
Uncomfortable,
really. It was just bad. So now there's this awkward exchange between the waiters. So now if you don't know Kenny just turned 70.
97.
77. I think Kenny just turned. The waiter was probably about 77 too. So now these two are just going to go at it. So Kenny's eggs comes. First thing he does, he goes, he feels the eggs because they got to be cold. Sitting there, he takes a bite and he's like, is that blood? No, it's not blood. The yolk's
Why is my egg brown?
Why is my egg brown? The yolk's at the bottom. Like, it's a pillow pack, the eggs. They probably come in a pillow pack, like the commercial eggs and so forth. So they're going to have that. He's eating. He's like, it doesn't taste good. The waiter comes over. He goes, something wrong with this egg. Put out your hand. He takes the half-eaten egg. He goes, this.
The guy's looking at it like...
The fucking waiter's like... He just walks away with the egg.
No, we end up giving him a cup. Yeah,
cup.
We gave him a soup cup to put it into.
Wait, so he put the egg in the soup cup?
Yeah, well, the empty
They
cup.
came out in the monkey dishes.
Yeah, a little.
Anyway, in the kitchens, we have these dishes. They're little rimmed. They look little 4-ounce
Ramekins?
dishes. No, ramekins have no. These are freaking.
They're
listen,
bigger.
they are what they are, man. They're freaking monkey dishes. That's what you call them. A ramekin is different. It's a monkey dish. That's what we grew up calling them. I shit you not. I'll take a picture tomorrow and send it to you. I have a box in my office that it's on the floor filled with old dishes. You know what it says on it? Monkey dishes. Shit, I can shit you not. So his eggs go back in the monkey dish. So I get a grilled chicken wrap. Want a salad on the side. Oleg gets this burger. Here comes Here comes Kenny's tea. He ordered an unsweetened tea. Kenny's tea comes in sweet. Oh, I can't drink this tea. Get the waiter over here. This fucking guy, he was just defeated. Just the waiter was defeated. So now the wrap comes out. His burger comes out. Here comes the rest of our food. Take the white paper off. Right away, the friggin' thing's going. Like blossoming. He looks at me and goes, they didn't sear it. So now I'm mad because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm going to get a wrap. I know I'm going to be disappointed with the wrap, but anyway, here comes the fucking wrap. I got it. Here comes this guy's burger.
Tell us all.
I look at the burger. The ingredients look all right. The Black Forest ham look actually thick cut. It looked like it wasn't just like deli slice. It looked like actually thick cut off a chunk of ham. You know, like onions look good. Everything else but the actual patty was good. Fresh buns, everything but the patty. Cut into the patty, and I ordered a medium rare burger. I always order medium rare burger or steak just so that you know what kind of meat you're getting. Because if you cut a medium rare thing open and if it's gray on the inside, you know that shit is old. I cut the burger in half, and it was gray. There was not even a hint of red or pink or any goddamn color in it.
Real quick, I looked over at him when he was cutting it. I fucking heard him. He's like, oh, it's a disappointment.
It really was. I cut it open. I asked them for barbecue sauce because I was hoping that would make it better. Took one bite. I told him how terrible it was, and he started making fun of me. I took another bite, and I was like, "Nah, I can't do this."
Can you describe what the burger, what the texture was like?
So you ever get a new sponge, and you ever use that sponge for about 2-3 months until it goes from bright green to that sad, grayish, off-white color? So now imagine that, and you grilled that off for a bit to just brown the outside just a little bit. That was the consistency and the feeling of my burger patty. It was spongy. It was gray. It had no life. It was terrible.
So here you thought that you were going to get something that's
We ordered
a safe
At a
food.
diner.
A safe food.
Both him and I ordered comfort food. You know, like it's something that at a Greek diner, you order Greek salad. They don't know what a Greek. We have Greek salad, but it's big. Can we have a short version? No. It's like that Seinfeld episode. Can I have a small salad? That was the exact same thing.
Bro, you had to see me. I'm arguing with this guy over a fucking salad. I'm like, can you put just lettuce, tomato, cucumbers, onions? He's like,
would you like cucumbers?
Onions? I'm like, yeah, whatever you have back there. Put it on the side of the plate.
Would you like onion?
So I sit here. I'm eating my wrap that's just blossoming and blooming in my fucking hand. So I'm just like this with my wrap. I'm trying to find the waiter for him who hates us already. He goes, move. I'm going to jump over you. Move. I got to find him. He gets up, starts walking to get the waiter. I'm like, take the burger. Take the burger. What'd he say to you? I got to talk.
I take the burger. I show the guy. I was like, look, I can't eat this. He's like, why? What's wrong with it? I was like, look, come on. It's older than you. I can't do this right now. Like, please, just peacefully, let's take this off the bill. I'm not gonna eat this. I'm not taking it back. He's like, I gotta ask my manager. I'm like, you ask whoever you have to, talk to whoever you have to, but I'm not eating that.
Yeah, you know what it was with that burger. So listen, and excuse me, it's. I've worked with top end meats and everything. We both have, but you just get sometimes to that. There's just that burger that everything's. It's like us. It's like a line cook. The burger's like a line cook. Everything is just completely drained out of it by fucking Monday, and it's just sitting there, and it's just there's nothing. It's flush. It's the color of opioid, and it's just that burger patty that's sitting there, and you're like, yeah, this will pass. So it just goes. It was like the last burger left. And this friggin'
and the manager they got us was the stereotypical fucking manager, the 20, 30-year-old something speed freak. Oh, you're all right. Is the burger fine? Can I get you something? I'm like, nah, homie, I'm good. Oh, my bad. Like, I'll get you. We're good. My apologies. Yo, it happens. Let's just move on with our lives. We're done.
It happens, you know, and I think we say that because it's the easiest thing to do, and like
It is. I'm not trying to argue. I just want
no.
That's it.
But it shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't.
It
But just to keep
shouldn't.
the peace, and I don't want to deal with you. If you have to say to me, "Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
were
it's-
2 tables in the entire diner. If the kitchen can't do 2 tables right,
and the other table that came in ordered blueberry pie first, so they
Yeah.
were taken care of."
like there was no
So
excuse.
fucking mad. But that's what it comes down to. It shouldn't be, and it's so disappointing going out and just getting a shitty.
Be better.
Be better.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
Sear your wraps, man. Don't let that. Throw that burger out. Don't let it sit there. What I say, there wasn't 1 ounce of fancy words, oxygenated myoglobin in that
Yeah.
burger.
He used every SAT word he ever read up on.
And I never took the SATs. Not at all. I'm not the SAT kind of person.
So do you think that they cooked it by putting that press on
No,
there?
no,
and
it wasn't a press. I'm telling you what exactly happened. It was a perfectly shaped burger that was on the bottom of the case or sat in the bottom of the 9-pan.
It was just old. It
and it was
tasted like old burger, old meat.
It's just great. And you have like an order for 2 burgers, and you get the one that's on top of the other one.
That's
They
still
fucking
stuck to
shit
the
you not,
paper.
and it's still stuck to the paper. And you're fucking a cook, and you're out there, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you take them out, and they're both stuck together, and you open them like this, and you look at one, and so it's still a little red. I can. This will work. Okay, I got it. And
Passable.
that was the burger. It was a
When the
it was-
paper is more red than the burger itself.
it was fucking passable. Bro, but the look of disappointment, and as soon as he said, "No, it's okay, it happens," I was like, "Oh, he's so fucking pissed. He's so mad right now." I'm like, "You want half my chicken wrap?" He's like, "No, I'm fine." Eating a pickle. And he's like, "You want the rest of my egg?" "No, I'm good." I'm so mad. And then they were like, "Thank you, have a great night. Hope you enjoyed it."
Are you still hungry?
I'm good.
I had a fruit cup.
I had a fruit cup.
Where'd you get that?
The bodega.
Oh man! So that was the adventures of Chef and BB going out to dinners last week with
To
Shanghai
celebrate
Dumplings,
Kane's
to
birthday.
celebrate
Happy
Kane's
birthday, Grandpa.
Happy birthday, Grandpa! You
Happy
grumpy
birthday.
bastard, man. We love you, bro. So this is the Mies podcast. Stories from the Dish Pit. It's just me and this other knucklehead just telling stories of restaurant experiences, things we like and don't like. One thing is recipe theft. Recipe theft works both ways. I've created recipes and then watched other people execute them. Those are my recipes. But then again, I've also worked as a sous or coming up where I've created things in restaurants and used them as a special and then seen them be taken over by somebody, by the chef. And that's,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a humbling experience, if you take that as like a goal incentive. Oh, wow, the chef liked my idea. Or do you take it as this fucking guy just stole what I was doing? Because it's an evil.
And that's
it's-
what happens a lot. A lot of times it happens. They just take your ideas, they either tweak it or they just roll it off as their own idea and they run with it. And you could either look at it like, oh, it's great that it made it, at least somewhere it made it, but
Well, yeah, I guess, and it's like the way you look at it. I mean, I've listen. I'm guilty of it. I've taken recipes and tweaked them a little bit, but I think that's what culinary is nowadays. I think I've said before. I don't know if there's anything really new that's being creative. Everything. What are you gonna create? But to take something to expand it, yeah. But I've never gotten to the point where I've taken somebody's stuff and put it on like an IG or posted it up. This is what's mine, but I see a lot of that too. So I think with me, like recipe, I guess theft. Do you call it theft or enhancement? Let me ask you this: if you take a recipe and you change a couple of things, you tweak this, not just amounts by adding or subtracting and adding your own ingredients, does that recipe become your recipe?
no, it's my version of that recipe.
It's your version of that recipe. So thievery in the kitchen. Have you ever had that? Have you had that happen, or have you seen that happen? Or because I'm guilty of it, I've done it. I've taken.
I've had
recipe
plenty
and
of my recipes either taken completely one-to-one or fully developed by a higher up chef, and a lot of times they get take all the credit, and completely deny the fact that anybody else, be it myself or anybody else for that matter, created that or thought of it or anything like that. If it's a good idea, it's their idea. If it's a bad idea, it's your idea. You know, that's the way that's the way it works.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they don't want to take any risk.
Right.
So if it fails, it's the line cook. Line cook decided to try.
Whereas if you're a line cook, if there's no risk, there's no reward.
Yeah.
You know, because you're trying to do everything just to not be the fucking fry guy.
But there were plenty of times where I came into places as the line cook and I changed a portion of the menu because it was just goddamn terrible, and I refused to serve whatever it was the way it was, and I made it better, and people kept coming back and asking for that. Like particularly when I was in the barbecue joint, I made my my gravy and the country gravy. I had the best goddamn gravy of the on this side of fucking Bible Belt here. I gotta guarantee you that.
Wait, we're in the Bible Belt?
What side of the Bible belt? It might be a really big fucking belt. Remember that out here.
On this side.
No, but I get what you're saying because, you know, again, I shared the same experience with you. And I remember the conversations of, you know, us talking on the phone or just texting me like, bro, I'm redoing this freaking thing, you know?
Yeah.
With me, if I had when I was running small places that were given to me by an executive chef, so I was the sous and I was running it because I was always scared to take that jump, especially in the restaurant business, to an executive chef. That's a big friggin' deal. Corporate, I think it's a lot easier, especially with like business dining or anything like that, because you have so many guidelines. You're the executive chef of a small restaurant group. One screw up, you know, you're gone. So, but I always loved being a sous. But creating my own recipes, do you think that chefs become complacent? Is that the right word? Complacent? Like just set in their ways once something's done and then they don't want, like, do you feel like that, like maybe sometimes there's been a time where they don't want you to create because then it's, like I was once told, stop thinking outside of the box because you thinking outside of the box makes me work harder. I was like, huh?
I've been constantly told, stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
But it's...
But are you reinventing or you're just spicing it up?
But I feel like a lot of times when I've been told that by people, it's people that feel threatened by you. It's the ones that like, because a lot of times I've been a sous for people that I've cooked circles around. Like they might have went to culinary school, but I've been on the line for longer than they've been cooking. You know, like so I have like I forgot things they haven't learned yet. You know, like.
Yeah.
You know, it takes experience.
I like that.
It takes it definitely does, and I think that's one of the things. But sometimes people do feel threatened. Like when I was told, "Don't think outside you thinking outside of the box and creating makes my job harder." Like, how do you tell somebody you know, aspiring to be better than they are, especially in you know they make that leap out? How do you tell them that, you know, that's crazy? That's something crazy to say to somebody, and I would never say something. Listen, I've called people a lot of friggin' things. God knows that. I don't know why I said God. I don't follow that, but hey, it sounds like it goes for everything. Thank you, man. But yeah, I would never disrespect somebody to that point, you know. But I feel like there's a lot of things like that. Like, you know, there was things on Facebook retaining to that. Like, what makes you, you know, we spoke about this in the other episode, Chef Coach. Like, what gives you that right to call yourself that chef? You know, so does it take that step? And everything, but stealing recipes and things like that, I think it's just something that is part of the industry, and it's going to happen no matter what.
It will. It just like I just wish people would get credit for it, you know, like because I feel like people stealing other people's recipes and not giving them credit for it, it stunts other people's development as a cook.
Yeah, man.
Because they don't want to do better because they know that if you try something new, then somebody else will take all their credit for it. They become just another robot in the machine.
But hold on. I'll give you an example, right? In the tech sphere, right? The CEO of the company gets all the credit for all the new technology that comes out.
Even though he doesn't develop it.
Right. Even though he doesn't develop it, he's the one that takes all the credit for it, right? He paid you to do it.
Well, that's the thing, I think.
Not really. As a line cook, you're not paid to develop recipes. That's the whole thing. You're trying to go above your position to better the brand that you're cooking
You,
for.
as a line cook, you're just cooking.
You're
what's put in
supposed to,
front of you.
you're being taught to be a robot and you're trying to
Right.
go above it.
Okay.
As a line cook, you're supposed to follow the exact recipe. That's why it's supposed to.
That's why it's a recipe.
That's why it's a
yeah,
recipe.
okay.
It's supposed to be the same exact way.
And it's consistency, and that's how it's done. You do this step like this. Every
That's why
single
restaurants
time you do it.
last for years or whatever,
Sure.
because people will have comfort food, unlike today.
You're really
Discomfort.
upset about that, huh?
It was discomforting. It was really disappointing. And
Never
there's
again?
Again, not to jump back, but there's nothing like being disappointed with your meal. And I said that a lot. It just sucks. It was,
Well, the question is, I mean, you went to a diner.
It was
What?
the, it
Can
was
you-
the
can
opposite
you-
of a happy meal. It was a goddamn sad meal. I got no toy, and it was a sad meal.
and you got fucked.
But you went
and
to
didn't
a-
get to eat.
Well, here's the thing. You went to a diner.
And Mike
right?
Spade, if anybody doesn't know, is anti-diner.
Hey, the pickles were good.
The pickles were good. He did
Because
have.
they probably came from a jar that said kosher deli.
Well, then you know what? The burger probably came
From
the same
1800, it was amazing. Made by rainwater.
Those pickles were 100 years old, made by the waiter.
It's not that I'm anti-diner. It's just that
But it was a Greek diner.
I don't care if it was the Chinese diner. It doesn't matter.
But it's your people.
Doesn't matter. The point is like I feel like diners are like.
Wouldn't a Chinese diner just be a Chinese restaurant?
Anyway, moving forward. No, but what I'm getting at is diners are not places where you can get awesome food. You get something that's like,
But
whatever.
that's why I tried to get
That's what I
comfort
feel
food.
like.
I
Because
didn't
every time I go to a diner, I get disappointed.
What do you get when you go to a What do you get when you go to a diner? You get a burger, or you get a wrap, or you get eggs.
Right, he got a burger and it sucked. So what does that tell you? You can't even get something that's simple.
No, just-
Anybody and their mother can
Bro,
do a
they
burger.
had like $50 dishes there, like lobster and like surf and turf, some shit.
Imagine
Like,
Who
and
goes to a
steak.
diner ordering surf
No,
and
like I
turf?
was looking at that. Like they had some like
Come on.
real like off menu items. Like really,
That they sell once a month. God knows how old that lobster is.
that's what I'm talking about, bro. That lobster.
We should have just gotten lobster and just.
They got it fresh that day, that's why.
Bro, just imagine how good if the burger was that bad. Imagine what the lobster tail looked like. Take my strong hand. It's okay.
Walked over there on the cane.
It's okay. The lobster's like, "Hi, can I help you?" Oh,
I just
but
feel
anyway.
like if you're gonna go to a place to get a burger, go to a burger place. If you,
No, you should be able to get things like that at a diner. But anyway, you're
You should,
you're
diners-
you're anti-diner. You're diner racist.
I'm a diner racist. There
It's
you
your
go.
own people.
I think that's a great shirt. Diner racist. Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
Diners racist and drive.
Yes.
Edit that. Anyway, you know what else pisses me off? Use of knives that aren't yours, man. You ever have to?
Yeah, definitely. Like the goat said, "Don't touch my dick. Don't touch my knife."
Anthony fucking Bourdain, 100%. Don't touch my dick. Don't touch my knife. Don't take my knives if I'm not there. It's a big thing in the restaurants, man, in the kitchens, especially that. If I'm using knives, don't ask me to borrow
Because
my
you
knife.
hone your own blade, you want that shit to be razor sharp, and then people take your blade, they throw it around on this table. Half the time you they come back and it comes back tipped, scraped, all
In the
messed
what?
up.
In the what? What is that? The
In the dish,
surprise,
yeah.
the surprise door of
Yeah,
charcuterie
and-
objects.
Do they use that as a flathead screwdriver too?
It's happened. Like I've seen people.
Butter knives.
I've seen people take out a knife out of the mystery drawer and use it as a can opener. It's terrible. That's why when I was working the line, I was walking around like Bill the Butcher. I had an extra utility belt and I had 3 knives on me. I had a butcher knife, I had a paring knife, and I had a fillet knife. I had everything that I needed at Quick Draw, and nobody fucking touched my knives.
At Quick Draw, what's that? That's my kitchen gun. Why would you have all these things? Only fucking old
Yo, No, when I worked at the pizza joint, I had kitchen brass knuckles. Anything happens.
That pizza joint was that. Yeah, that was. Yeah, you needed brass. You were making the pizzas with brass knuckles.
Yeah, I had pizza. I had.
It's easier to play with the dough.
Yeah, I definitely had
That was
brass
a great
knuckles.
fucking place.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun.
Good times.
Yeah, man. But taking and people just do that. You gotta understand. It's like an unwritten law. Don't touch. Don't take my shit, man.
Like a
But that's
mechanic.
Don't ask me. Yeah, like the
like
the 10 millimeter, man.
Right,
Don't
like a
take my
mechanic saying,
8-inch
"Don't
chef
touch my
knife.
tools." I get it.
But that's the whole thing that you get. The people who really disrespect that are the ones that are used to corporate kitchens that have never really had their own blades. They're used to just picking up a random knife they see and like, oh, I'm gonna use it as whatever because it's not their knife, so they use it
worry about
as a throwaway blade. As opposed to people who have like fine German or Japanese or whatever steel, and they'd actually take care of their own blades instead of throwing the blade away and getting another one in a week. You know, like
Yeah, because the knife guy's coming around.
yeah, exactly.
You know, so you don't have to worry about it. That's corporate mentality. You know, I bring my knives with me, obviously.
But that's how you end up knowing what the people are, and like a lot of times, like I've had pink knives just so that nobody, like I'll see somebody across the kitchen with a pink knife, like, oh no, that's yours,
mine.
right?
Yeah.
Right. That no problem.
I would put white out on the end of all my tools, even my teaspoons and my tasting spoons. I'd always have those, or the meat pokey things that we use. There's little white dots on the end of everything with white out. Those are my knives, you know, and don't screw with them. Don't take them, bro. I have special use for the
Hold on, I
three
gotta
knives
check the
that I do.
thermometers. Are any
You
white-
do have your thermometer. We still have to get you the patches sewed on and all that. That's really, you know, what else do you think about using shit in the kitchen that you shouldn't be? I mean, I think it's just knives. Just don't touch my knives. Don't touch my dick. Don't touch my knives.
But is
don't
it
walk
just-
by me in the kitchen and blow my ear.
Is it just
on
knives?
Friday at the Rush.
Is it just knives, or is it everything that?
No,
you
my
have?
towels, man. If part of your me's is your towels.
Oh,
your
the
balls, my
hotel
whole
towels.
station.
Any
Yeah,
chef
man,
or
don't
any
take my
cook,
shit.
like we have stashes. Jinx. We have stashes of towels. Everybody has a random. The funniest part is like when you end up stashing an oven full of towels that was broken, and they randomly fix
Fix
it
the
without
oven and don't tell nobody.
and they turn it on, and you're like, "What the fuck is burning?" And you open it up, like,
all
"Oh
the
my
fucking
god, is it
oven.
all the towels
My
we've been
towels.
hoarding the whole time?" Yeah,
Folded towels at your station or random?
always folded,
Neatly folded and stacked?
neatly
Yeah,
folded
have
and
to.
stacked. You gotta,
Have to.
you gotta.
Have to. And I always have to have one in front of my apron, like a loincloth.
Usually two, one on
I
each
don't know.
side.
No, I can't do them on the side. I always had it over here, right in the front. So my towel hangs. The front. Like, got a picture of that? Like your beard. That would be my towel hanging off my waist.
Nice. So you got
Mental
black
picture.
towels? Nice.
Well,
Okay.
Sometimes
Anyway,
it all depends on how much grease you're using. Man, I don't know. That's what I got for tonight. Those are my rants. Those are our raves. Mike Spade, you got anything? Oh, wait a second. We fucking forgot, man. 10 minutes before close, and the last ticket always friggin' comes in. Guys and girls out there in TV land or podcast world, wherever the hell you're listening to this stupidity, it's time for Just a Tip with Oleg. Just a Tip with Oleg. Oleg, what do you got tonight?
So, just a tip with Oleg. You keep mentioning about hard-boiled eggs, and one of the only things that I've ever seen besides the only logical solution by flashing the eggs after they've been boiled, people suggested that you take a thumbtack and you poke a little hole in the egg, and when you boil that, then once you cool it off, the peel will come off that much faster.
What is it? What is it? I've definitely heard that. And I think that's old school. But
It definitely is.
What is it? I guess it releases.
It
or-
releases the air, and also some of the water gets in between the shell and the inside of the egg membrane or whatever.
And then you have that little egg membrane trail that comes out and just looks all.
little floaties.
Yeah.
That's how you get egg drop soup. If you ever fuck up making those, then you make egg drop soup. You
Ladies
know.
and gentlemen, that is how you get egg drop soup. And these are
I'm sure that's how they made it.
just a tip with Oleg. Guys, I'm Chef. That's Oleg. That's Mike Spade. Thanks for watching. And this is the Meeson Podcast, Stories from the Dish Pit. Thank you for tuning in to episode 8.
Cheers.
Cheers. Later.